This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports. And now, the cameras are ready, the headset is on, it's game time.
All right, welcome. We're live here at Jack Brown Stadium for the final day of the State A Baseball Tournament, and it's been a fun one. Last night, the Valley City Royals took 9 innings to get past the West Fargo Aces. It was 1-1 going into the ninth when the Royals would score 4 in the top of that ninth inning. And those 4 runs would hold up in the home half of the ninth as West Fargo Aces would get a runner to third, but that would be as close as they would get. And now the 4-seed Valley City Royals have to take on the 1 seed from the west, the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles, as the coach for Jamestown comes out to home plate here to meet the officials. And we have mostly Jamestown fans to our left, and we have some Valley City fans to our right, and our crowd mic is right in the middle. Couldn't get more neutral than that. We'll see which team cheers a little bit louder for their team here in this contest, but we are certainly looking forward to these 2 games here. The winner of this game will take on Wampton Post 20 in the championship game, which is scheduled for 3 o'clock and shouldn't be any later than 4 o'clock. Once again, shouldn't be any later than 4 o'clock. Sorry, I had to make an adjustment on our microphone there. And so, yeah, we are ready. Let's go over the starting lineups. Actually, before we do that, we'll give some special thanks to Tom Gould, the grounds crew chief here at Jack Brown Stadium, for giving us the heads up to come out here and broadcast these 2 games. They've had some live streaming over the course of the tournament here, but they were more than happy to let us come out and broadcast these 2 games here today, and we are very appreciative of that. The host is American Legion Post 14. We're at Jack Brown Stadium. The Class A Baseball Commissioner is Bob Green out of Grand Forks. The umpires in this tournament are Nate Seal, if I'm saying that correctly, Dave Klunt, Brian Bohr, Patrick Isaacson, Brandon Walsh, and Kirk Olson. Once again, the grounds crew chief, Tom Gould. And the official game ball of the State A tournament is the Rawlins R100AL. In case anybody was curious. And I'm not just making that up. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer for the starting lineups here as they introduce the Valley City Royals first. So those are your starters for Valley City. We'll go over them once again here once the teams take the field. Here's the starters for Jamestown.
Number 24, Jackson Walters. And the third pitcher number 10, Jacoby Noel. And for the catcher, number 8, Isaac Mimon. And fielder playing second base, number 1, Gage Orr. And 16 playing right field, number 13, Brooks Wilson. Batting 7th and playing left field, number 15, Connor Hoyt. Batting 8th and playing shortstop, number 18, Ty Munson. And batting 9th, playing first base, number 9, Michael Mahoney. Head coach, Jim Joseph, assisted by Ken Olson and Danny White. Gentlemen, we will now recite the American Legion Baseball Code of Sportsmanship. Please repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to honor America. Singing our national anthem.
All right, we'll keep it here for the national anthem because we've been informed that an individual will be singing it.
From Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckoned the bombs bursting in, yet flew through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Umpires assigned to game 14 behind the plate, crew chief Nate Seeley.
Sunny and 86 degrees here as we approach the first pitch here at Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown. Air quality rated at 110, so that means only sensitive groups may be sensitive to that, I guess you could say. Very little to no chance of rain. They have it at 10%, humidity 38% right now, with the southwest wind at 3 miles per hour. It makes it feel like it's 86 degrees. And the UV index is currently sitting at 7. It's a little bit cooler under the shade of the overhang here behind home plate at Jack Brown Stadium. As warming up on the mound there for Jamestown will be, it'll be Jacoby Nold. Jacoby Nold on the mound there pitching for Jamestown. Behind the plate catching for Jamestown will be Isaac Mimon. And then around the bases, you got Mike Mahoney at first, Gage Orr at second, Ty Monson the shortstop, Jackson Walters at third. In the outfield, it's Connor Hoyt in left, Brooks Roldson in right, and Mason Lunsman in straightaway center. In the batting lineup here for the Valley City Royals, batting 1, 2, and 3 is shortstop Ethan Miller, second baseman Alex Thornton, and the pitcher Mitchell Taylor. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the designated hitter Braxton Jorson, the third baseman Gavin Gerhardt, and the first baseman Devin Thornton. And the bottom of the order at 7, 8, 9 is the catcher Joe Cummings, left fielder Adam Bitts, and the center fielder Tate Suffolcool. Not batting and playing in right field today for the Post 60 Valley City Royals will be number 9, Broden Muskie. As we get ready to play ball here, it's Ethan Miller stepping up to the plate here. Game scheduled for 1 o'clock, and the first pitch comes across for a strike at 12:59. 0-1 the count here as we start this game now. That one will pop away for a ball. It's 1-1. So once again, Jacoby Nold pitching, Mimon catching, Mahoney first or second, Monson short, Walters at third. You got Hoyt in left, Roldson in right, Lunsman in center. And this one heading out towards Walters, the third baseman. He makes the catch for the first out. That'll bring up Alex Thornton. Jamestown, the home team on the scoreboard. Valley City, the visitors on the scoreboard. And I see we need to fix our scoreboard there. There we go, now it's fixed. And that one will just miss outside for a ball. It's 1-0 here to the batter, Alex Thornton. Mitchell Taylor, he's up next. We'll see him for sure. And then if one or both of those can reach base, we might see Braxton Jorslin this inning as well. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's popped up, fouled away, and it'll be good for 1-1 the count. Our first Legion broadcast of the season happened here, and it featured Jamestown in a doubleheader against the Post 400 Stars. And the Stars would end up sweeping Jamestown to open up the season. And we thought, what a better way to finish the season right where we started it. And that was the planned scenario of what I had planned to say in this broadcast. But about 40 miles out of Jamestown, right around 10:30 this morning, I received a message from Midcoast Sportsnet, and they have granted permission for Magnitude Sports to broadcast the Fargo Post 400 Stars and the West Fargo Patriots live here on Magnitude for as long as they are in the tournament. If you'd like coverage of any of the other teams in the tournament, just check out your local listings from Midcoast Sports. From what I understand, they'll be streaming the first 2 days, and then they'll bring in a little bit larger crew to stream and put on television days 3 and 4 of the tournament. So streaming only days 1 and 2. It'll be on TV days 3 and 4, and the Patriots and the Stars will be on Magnitude, win or lose, through the entire tournament. And we want to send a big thank you to Midco Sports for allowing us that opportunity. Here's a ground out towards Gage Orr. He'll fire it over to Mahoney for the out. And that will take care of Valley City here in the, or no, it will not. No, it will not, actually. So I think well, let's see, I missed the official signal here. It looks like that one was fouled away. So there's 2 outs, I believe. And this is Braxton Jorson. Pitch will hit the corner for a strike. Nice delivery there from Nold. We'll wait for the official to give us the official count here as we believe it's 2-1. It's 1-2 according to the official. Scoreboard shows 2-1. But it's 1-2. And that one just missed. Nold thought the inning was over there on a K, but it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to the batter, Braxton Jorson. And that one will be fouled off. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count. Once again, we have a runner on first. Swing and a miss, and now the inning's over. And Nold can step away to the dugout to grab his bat along with his teammates. They'll strand one on base, no hits, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and they strand one on base. Here as we move to the home half of the first after this break here on Magnitude.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. To get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. Mason Lunsman, Jackson Walters, Jacoby Nold will be the first 3 batters here for the Eagles. Eagles the home team on the scoreboard, and I talked to groundskeeper and tournament manager, and they weren't sure who would be home in the next game since both are the 1 seeds. Now, if I have to make a guess, I would believe that Jamestown would be the home team because they would knock off Wahpeton last night, hand them their first loss of the tournament by the final score of 8-4. So if they go that route, that would make Jamestown the home team if Jamestown wins this game. And the pitch will be right on the outside edge for a strike. Mitchell Taylor is on the mound here for the Royals. You got Joe Cummings behind the plate catching. We'll go around the bases here after the 0-1 from Taylor. And that one's fouled away, third base side for a strike, 0-2. Devin Thornton at first, Alex Thornton at second, Ethan Miller, the shortstop, Gavin Gerhart at third. And then in the outfield, you have Broden Muskie in right, Tate Suffolcool in center, and Adam Bitts in left field. The 0-2 is intentionally outside for a ball, and it's 1-2. Here's Taylor will not get Lunsman to chase after that one, as Cummings was positioned to the left side of home plate on that particular pitch, and now he'll just miss again, and the count is level at 2-2. Once again, 84 degrees, so remain in the mid-80s, possibly low 90s by the time we get to the championship game, set for about 3:30 p.m. this afternoon. It should be no later than 4 o'clock. So right between that 3:30 and 4 window, we should see the first pitch of the championship game, unless this one goes to extras. A little chopper down the first base line, it'll roll foul, and now keep the count where it's at 3-2. 8 minutes into the ball game. Once again, the Stars and the Patriots on Magnitude from the Central Plains Regional Tournament in Sioux Falls, August 4th and 8th. As long as one or both of those teams are still in the tournament, we'll have broadcast coverage for you from Sioux Falls starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You can check out our website, msportsnet.com/schedule, to find out who's playing who. We do have it up there. And it looks like Lunsman will be, I think he might have been hit by that pitch. Might have hit him in the left sneaker. So he'll reach base, and now put a runner on here for Jackson Walters. Of course, we've had some messages about the state amateur tournament that is starting here at Jack Brown Stadium tomorrow, and unfortunately, we will not be able to be here. Our crew is not available, and I'm in Sioux Falls, and all of our other crews are at other tournaments, and so we will not have coverage of it this year, but we'll see if we can get back to it next year. Walters flies out to center for the out. Lunsman remains on first. That brings up the pitcher, Jacoby Nold, and it's our first pitcher versus pitcher battle of the game. Nice hit over the head of the shortstop, Ethan Miller, into left center field. That's good for a single. Heading towards third is Lunsman. He'll get the head first slide, and now a quick throw back to first. Both runners are safe. Runners on the corners with one away for Isaac Mimon. We apologize for the post being in the way. We tried to position so we could get the bases on, but not much we can do about that.
Now running for Jamestown, number 2, Preston Craver.
Pitch is in for a strike. Once again, the batter is Isaac Mimon. He's 2 for 3 on his plate appearances this season here at Magnitude Sports. Had 2 hits to center in that opening game of the season against Post 400. He'd also have a sac fly to right, and he would ground out or reach base on an error to charge the third baseman on his 4 trips to the plate here in Magnitude this season. Right now, the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery swung on, popped up, should be playable. Right center field, and it looks like Muskie will be there for the catch, and he is. And the runner will tag, and the throw will not be in time. And Lunsman will score from third on the sac fly by Mimong to right field. And Jamestown takes a 1-0 lead. Jacoby Nold will also advance up to second on that fly out. So that'll reset the count here for Gage Orr. And all this has happened with 2 outs. One run on 1 hit, and they also have 1 error in this game. As Cummings takes a moment to tie his left sneaker. I want to give thanks to our sponsors throughout the season. Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. Mortgage lender at Town & Country Credit Union. Go Promo in West Fargo. Healing Touch Chiropractic, Dr. Tiffany Johnson in West Fargo. And also Rambo in Valley City. Certainly appreciate their support through the East Region Tournament in Kindred, as well as their support for today's championship Saturday here at Jack Brown Stadium. Pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Gage Orr. If Orr can reach base, we'll see Brooks Rolson next. 13 minutes into the ball game now, and Taylor on 13 pitches. According to my numbers, this will be pitch 14, and that one's right up the middle. A bounce right where the sand hits the grass. Rounding third is Jacoby Nold, and here comes the throw, and it's off to the left side. Nold scores, and it's 2-0 Jamestown on an RBI double up the middle on a diamond cutter by Gage Orr. So Orr Nold will flip-flop and bring Brooks Roldson up to the plate. And a little two-out magic here in the bottom of the first for Jamestown. Jamestown picking up, I believe it was an 8-4 win over Wahpeton last night. And that one got jammed up, came off the lower barrel of the bat, fouled away, and it'll be good for a strike, 0-1. Jamestown was up, I believe, 8-1 going into the bottom of the seventh. And Wahpeton was able to get 3 across the plate, but not any more than that. And Jamestown would hang on to defeat the 1 seed from the east. And now they play in this state qualifier, or this state championship qualifier, I should say. And then the winner of this one will go to the regionals in Wisconsin as well. And this one hit hard and chopped foul towards third. Good for strike number 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to Brooks Roldson. If Roldson can reach base, we'll see the 7-hole batter, Connor Hoyt, on deck next. And the pitch, and this one hit up high, center field, could be playable there for Suffolcool, and it is.
It's for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back to the top of the second inning here. 2-0 lead for Jamestown. Want to say hi to Jim. Says hello and good day from Denver, North Carolina. And this is Class A. So, Jim, the Class AA that you watched last weekend is basically just one step higher than what you're watching here. This is like, I don't necessarily want to go the description of varsity, junior varsity, but basically the tournament you watched last week was 18 plus. This is the 16-17, and then they have the 15, 16-year-old teams here in North Dakota also participate in the A class, if that's what you want to call it, in Legion baseball. And we saw a couple of those examples in the tournament in Kindred, West Fargo Aces and the West Fargo Vets, who both advanced here to the tournament in Jamestown, but the Aces were eliminated yesterday here by Valley City. It took 9 innings for the Royals to take care of business with the Aces. And then back in the Kindred tournament, you saw the Astros eliminate their in-program foes, the Post 400 Comets, and that's an example of 2 A teams. So 15 to 17-year-olds play in the A, 18 plus play in the AA. So that's the difference there, Jim, between the two classes, to the best of my capability of explaining it. And this one comes off the lower handle of the bat. It's a double hop there to Thornton. Thornton fires it over to Thornton. It's Alex to Devon. And that's one away. 2 away, excuse me.
9-7, catcher number 8, Joe Cummins.
I'll bring up Joe Covings. I'm sorry, that was Gage Orr to Mike Mahoney. I was looking at the wrong roster there defensively. That one fouled up to the right side of your viewing screen there by Joe Cummings. 0-1 the count. Once again, Nold pitching, Mimon catching. Mahoney at first, Gage Orr at second, Ty Monson at short, Jackson Walters at third. And then in the outfield, you have Roltson in right, Connor Hoyt in left, and Mason Lunsman in center field. And the pitch comes across for a ball to even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one is up into right center. And diving for it and making the grab was Brooks Roltson. Outstanding play there by the right fielder for Jamestown. That ends the inning. He will hang on. It's 2-0 Jamestown. Will add a hit to the board there for Jamestown. And we'll go to the bottom of the second right after this.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, there's a good look at Mitchell Taylor for the Valley City Royals, warming up on the mound as we get ready to head into the bottom half of the second. Taylor will face the bottom of the order, batters 7, 8, 9. Connor Hoyt, Ty Monson, and Mike Mahoney. And according to my numbers, Taylor has 18 pitches, 11 strikes, 7 balls. He will toss pitch 19 to start the bottom half of 2. Broadcast coverage once again brought to you by our friends at Sean Carlson, mortgage lender at Town and Country Credit Union Fargo, Go Promo in West Fargo, Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo, and Rambo in Valley City for making broadcast coverage possible for the Valley City Royals, both in the East Region Tournament as well as in this State A tournament for the games that we were able to be here for. So we had coverage of the Double A tournament in Mandan, which had games on cross days here with the A tournament on the first 2 days. We decided to take a day off, get some rest, and come out here for Championship Saturday as we get set for our trip down to Sioux Falls. Whenever that championship game ends this evening is when we'll start driving that direction. Once again, the first game is bright and early at 9 a.m. Central Time, or 8 a.m. Eastern if you're watching out in the North Carolina area, as I know we have a few viewers from there. Nice hit towards second. Now Thornton to Thornton, as I said in the previous inning. Alex to Devin for the 4-3 ground out.
98, shortstop number 18, Ty Munson.
And this one, chop foul, third base side to the left of your screen. Ty Munson, the batter, 0-1. Munson 2 for 3 on his plate appearances on Magnitude this year. Hit to left, a hit to center, a ground out to short, and reach base on an error. Fouled away pitch and the strike make it 0-2, and here's the 0-2 delivery from Taylor. Little high for a ball, 1-2. The 1-2 is just upstairs for ball 2. They'll level the count at 2 apiece. And this one fouled off to the first base side. Swing and a miss. He chased it and paid the price. And Taylor will get the strikeout swinging on Monson. That'll bring up Mike Mahoney, batter 9 in the lineup here for Jamestown. Once again, the winner of this game will play at approximately 3:30 this afternoon against Wahpeton Post 20 in what should be a very exciting championship matchup. And that pitch will come in for a strike, and now Mahoney staring down an 0-2 count with 2 away and no runners on. Here's the set and the delivery of that 0-2, and that one will break high for a ball, 1-2. Maybe a little bit to the outside as well. And that one's a little inside, just came centimeters away from Nick and Mahoney on his left elbow. And it's 2-2. And he will swing. He'll foul it at the plate to the left side. Came off the upper handle of the bat. So 2-2 number 2 here from Taylor. That one's outside. And now it's a full count. On deck is Mason Lunsman if Mahoney can reach base. Lunsman responsible for the first run scored by Jamestown. And if you don't believe me, you can just take a look at the front of his jersey when he walks up to the plate. As he made that head first slide for the point. And his blue jersey is now has a brown tint to it. Fouled away at the plate once again. And after 2 2-2 pitches, he now has his third payoff pitch. Payoff pitch number 3. Low and in for a walk. That'll bring up the aforementioned Mason Lunsman in the blue, white, and brown jersey for Jamestown. So once again, a runner on first. That's Mahoney. Now Lunsman, who was hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate, will try to avoid that. Pass ball through the legs of Cummings, and that will advance Mahoney up to second. 1-0 the count here to Lunsman. And that pitch will come in low. It's 2-0 now here to Lunsman. So if Lunsman reaches base, we'll see Jackson Walters next. As Taylor, I have him down for 35 pitches now. And the pitch. And that's one. Going to center field, and I don't know. Yes, it will be playable. Nice job there by Suffolk. And that will end the inning here for Jamestown. They leave a runner on second. And they get nobody across here in the second. And they get no hits either in the second. So we'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, Just Go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports has delivered over 1,000 broadcasts capturing all fourth quarter comebacks, walk-off home runs, buzzer beaters, 62-point volleyball sets, and double overtime victories. The excitement is on Magnitude Sports. Over 150 teams from 5 states and 2 countries have been featured on Magnitude Sports at both the varsity and sub-varsity levels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and select your alert preference so you never have to miss that big moment from your favorite area sports team. Find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back. There's Jacoby Nold on the mound. And we're ready to go. He'll square off against Adam Bitts. And Bitts with a line drive into left field. First hit single for Adam Bitts as he would crank that one past the third baseman. And that's the first hit of the game here for Valley City. Puts Bitts on first, brings up Tate Suffolcool, the center fielder, who made a couple of spectacular plays here on Magnitude out in center field during that East Region tournament in Kindred. And that one fouled away off the first base side. And as I mentioned the East Region tournament in Kindred, if I didn't have the scoreboard labeled with the team names, you might think it's Kindred playing out here because they have almost the exact same uniforms. The blue with the white stripe in the middle. They have a couple other uniforms that vary a little bit as well, but this is one of their many uniforms, and so it kind of makes me feel like we're broadcasting a Kindred game even though we're not. They'll try to pick off once again at Bitts. Between this game and the championship game, we'll see if we can't maneuver our camera a little bit to get a better look at first base for you. Runner back in time. It shouldn't take much, maybe just a move about 2 inches to the right, I'm guessing, or maybe 2 inches to the left. That one's popped up, and a diving catch by Jacoby Nold. That's one thing that coaches don't like to see is their batters popping up bunts. But Jacoby Nold taking full advantage of that popped up bunt. And Jacoby Nold giving it his all here in the first 2 1/3 innings of play. Ethan Miller, the batter now. He popped out to Walters, the third baseman, last time he was at the plate. And this one's going to be popped up, possibly to the second baseman. Gage Ord gets underneath it, makes the grab. That's 2 away. They'll try the pick off at first again to no success. Zoom out just a hair for you. Once again, that's Adam Bitts standing on first base. The batter's Alex Thornton. 0 for 1, popped out to foul territory last time he was at the plate. So the pitch comes outside for a ball. And it's 1-0 now here to Alex Thornton. Mitchell Taylor's on deck with 2 away if Thornton can reach base. And that one will hit the edge for a strike. Nice pitch there by Nold. And hitting that outside corner on these right-handed batters are the best strikes a pitcher could toss in that scenario. And this one hit towards third, and it'll sneak by Walters. He tried to glove it, but it would bounce under his glove and into left, shallow left. It'll be good for a hit here for Alex Thornton. Puts 2 runners on, brings up Mitchell Taylor. He just misjudged. Walters just misjudged where that ball was going to hop off the sand, and as a result, his glove went a little high and the ball snuck underneath it. And that is a base hit. Taylor reached on an error last time he was at the plate. And this one will skip into the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. So Adam Bitts on second, Alex Thornton the runner on first here for Valley City. And with 2 outs, they're looking to trim away at the 2-0 deficit. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled at the plate into the backstop, kicking up some sand on the way. And one ball, 1 strike, the count now. Braxton Jorson is on deck. But there is 2 outs, so 2 on. That one come in. Oh, that was right at the knees. And any more inside, it would not have been a strike. Any more inside, it may have loaded the bases. We'll see if he tries that same one again. This one going to be popped up. Nold grabs it barehanded on one bounce, fires it over to first for the out. Well, if this game were to end right now, Jacoby Nold would be your player of the game, but we still have some baseball to play. He's certainly a candidate. We'll see what the rest of this game has in store when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic. At
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. It'll be Jackson Walters, Jacoby Nold, and Isaac Mimong. It's batters 2, 3, 4 for Jamestown here as we move into the home half of the third inning with Mitchell Taylor warming up here on the mound. Through 2.5 innings of play, Valley City, no runs on 2 hits. They've committed no errors and left 3 on base. Jamestown, 2 runs on 2 hits. They've committed 1 error and they've left 2 on base. We're 37 minutes into this ball game here. Valley City, the Royals, threatening on a couple occasions, but they haven't been able to bring one home just yet. And now they'll face batters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here for Jamestown. Broadcast coverage brought to you by our friend Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, Go Promo, and Rambo out of Valley City. Proud supporters of the Royals and wishing all the teams the best of luck here in this game and in the next game as well. We know it'll be Wahpeton Post 20, and we know it'll be one of these 2 teams facing them. And as soon as this one goes final, it'll take us about maybe 15 seconds to update our YouTube. But if you hang on to through the post-game show, then as soon as this broadcast is concluded, you'll be automatically redirected to the link for that championship game, even if we don't have the title and description updated yet. I can promise you that that will be the link. 2 balls and a strike to Jackson Walters. And that one will miss for ball 3. Walters flied out to Suffolk in center last time he was at the plate. And Taylor with the 3-1 delivery. Missed it. Walked him on 5 pitches. Brings up the pitcher, Jacoby Nold.
Pitcher, Jacoby Nold.
Nold would single over the head of Ethan Miller. He would later come around and score the first run of the game for Jamestown in that 2-run bottom of the first outing here for the Eagles. Pitch comes in, drops for a strike. 0-1 here to Jacoby Nold. Isaac Mimong is on deck. We will see him for sure this inning. And this time, instead of over the head of Ethan Miller to second, he might go into a double play, and he does. A 6-4-3 double play puts 2 outs on the board and brings up Isaac Mimong. Mimong, sac fly to right to score the second run of the game here for Jamestown last time he was at the plate. And he'll pop it up this time. Backpedaling there is Thornton, the second baseman. Charging in is Muskie, and he'll make the catch behind the post for out number 3. So a 6-4-3 double play and a fly out to right takes care of Jamestown here in the bottom half of the third. 3 complete, and it's 2-0 Jamestown here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. We're back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town and Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town and Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Braxton Jorsland, Gavin Gerhardt, Devin Thornton. It's the middle of the order. Batters 4, 5, 6. For Valley City here in the top half of the 4th inning. Almost halfway through game 1 here of 2. Of course, Valley City said on their Twitter yesterday that they were going to play a 7-inning game. And I was tempted to retweet that and say, did you mean 9? So we'll see if we play 7 here or not. There's been a dog at every single game here at Jack Brown Stadium that we've broadcasted here on Magnitude Sports. I enjoy it. I'm a dog lover. And you may have heard him cheering on the teams here just during that last inning and maybe coming out of the break. 0-1 to Jorson. Struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. And Nold Wines delivers 0-1, fouled it off. It skimmed off the top of the bat into the backstop for strike number 2. Both teams with 2 hits in this ball game, and the Eagles with 1 error. But the one that matters the most is the 2 runs. And that one just a little high. Not by much, go in for one ball, 2 strikes. Not sure if the dog's cheering for Jamestown or Valley City. And he didn't bark on the out. It might be a Valley City fan, or it might not be. So the 1-3 ground out brings up Gavin Gerhardt. Flied out to Lunsman in center field last time he was at the plate. And And this one grounded foul to the left side of your screen towards third base. Good for a strike. If you have not seen Wahpeton play this year, I encourage you to tune in for the game right after this one. We saw them on 4 occasions this year. 3 of them against the Post 400 Astros, and in the 3 meetings, the Astros took the season series 2-1. And the one game that Wahpeton got was in that East Region tournament. Ethan Manick was on the mound, and he was just a beast pitching. Astros did everything they could to stay in that game, but the pitching and defense for Wahpeton Post 20 was just enough to make sure that Wahpeton came out of that game with a win. I believe the final score was 4-2, if memory serves me correctly. Might have been 4-3. Pretty sure Wahpeton had 4, and I know they won that game, but and of course, Jamestown beat them last night. Valley City would definitely be a quality opponent for Wahpeton as well if they can sneak by Jamestown here in this one. That one's going to be fouled off into the far corner there, and Roldson running out of room to catch up to it. So Gerhardt will take the long walk back to the batter's box here. Snag his bat. And Nold with the payoff. Inside. Wow! Thought for a moment he was walked. That's Nold's second strikeout on the very farthest edge of the inside side of the plate there. And he'll go inside again. This time he hits him. And he was close to hitting those previous 2 batters that he struck out on a pitch very similar to that one. Now bring up the catcher, Joe Cummings. Matter of fact, those strikeouts on the inside account for his only 2 strikeouts of the game. Five flyouts and 3 groundouts account for the other outs against Valley City. So Nold with 2 strikeouts, and now he's 1-0 here against the catcher, Joe Cummings, who flied out into shallow right field last time he was at the plate. And that one caused Cummings to lean back a little bit. 3-0 the count. On deck is Adam Bitts. And now time is called here by Cummings. He'll step out. Step back in. That'll allow Nold to get set again here. And he'll ignore first and deliver just a little high for a 4-pitch walk to Joe Cummings. And I'll bring up Adam Bitts, who got the first hit of the game for Valley City, as he would single on a little hopper under the glove of Walters, the third baseman, into shallow left field last time he was at the plate. And now Mimong, along with Coach, will come to the mound here for a quick visit. Rest of his teammates will stay at their positions here as Bitts takes some more warm-up swings. Once again, I want to say thanks to Jack Brown Stadium and groundskeeper Tom Gould for allowing us to come out here and broadcast these 2 games today. And he has been very, very kind and very nice to us here at Magnitude Sports each and every time we've made a visit to Jack Brown Stadium, whether it was a regular season game, a postseason game, or some other type of tournament. We get the VIP treatment here from Mr. Gould at Jack Brown Stadium. We love it. So a little delay in the action here. I believe we might have a courtesy runner on second. I'll have to check the jersey number when I get a chance to. And this one lifted up into right center. And on the run, making the grab is Rolson. And that will retire Valley City here in the top of the fourth. And we did have a courtesy runner on second. And to give credit where credit's due, that was Espen Kunze on second. So the fly out by Bitts to right field will bring up Jamestown here in the bottom half of the fourth. 5, 6, and 7. It's Orr, Rolson, and Hoyt when we return after this.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. To get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back to Jack Brown Stadium here in Jamestown. We're in the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. It's the championship qualifier game and also the regional tournament qualifier game. As the winner of this one will join Wahpeton at the regionals in Wisconsin. And I was talking to the Valley City head coach about maybe a half an hour before we went on the air, and he's like, hey, if you want to hop on the bus and go to regionals with us, you're more than welcome to. And we'll get you a hotel room. And I'm like, well, that's great, but I can't be in two places at once. So as we'll have our commitment down at the Central Plains Regional in Sioux Falls starting tomorrow. So whenever that 3:30 championship game is over with, we'll pack up here and hit the road and go right to Sioux Falls. Get a quick nap in at the hotel and wake up bright and early for the West Fargo Patriots game at 9 o'clock in the morning here on Magnitude Sports. 0-1, and that one's hit on to left field, and it lands fair. A nice hit for Gage Orr as we scooped up there by Adam Bitts, and Orr on with a single to lead off the bottom of the fourth. But we certainly appreciate the friendliness and courtesy of the Valley City Royals. They were the exact same way at the East Region Tournament in Kindred, and we couldn't be happier to provide more broadcast coverage for the A teams here at the State A in Jamestown. And a bunt right up the middle there. Taylor will pick it up. He'll fire it over to first. And the sacrifice bunt will advance Gage Orr up to second. Brings up Connor Hoyt. According to my numbers, Taylor's at 46 pitches now. And if there was 2 days left of this tournament, he'd be required to take 2 days rest. If they win this game, I don't know if that rest category goes into the regional tournament or not. I would imagine that it would, but I can't say that for sure. And that one's carried up and should be a play there for Miller, and he does make the grab. Had to stretch, maybe take a little bit of a hop, but that'll be out number 2 here for Jamestown. I'll bring up Ty Monson. So once again, the runner on second is Gage Orr. Monson struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Taylor delivers a ball. And that one comes across for a strike. Curve ball to the outside, caught the corner of the plate. One the pitch, and the 1-1's fouled off over the rooftop here, just to the right side of your viewing screen. Once again, the runner on second for Jamestown is Gage Orr. Taylor sets, delivers the 1-2. Got it in there for a strikeout. A pitch that started out high and it sank in and caught Monson looking. That brings up 9-1-2 for Valley City. It'll be Tate Suffolcool, Ethan Miller, and Alex Thornton bringing out the bats when we return after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. Jamestown 2, Valley City 0 here as we move into the top half of the 5th inning. As Jacoby Nold remains on the mound here. I have him down for 43 pitches. 27 strikes, 16 balls, 4 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark of the ball game. And Jacoby Nold will face off against Suffolcool, Miller, and Thornton. Batters 9-1-2 for the lineup here for Valley City. Swing and a miss. Strike one for Suffolcool, who's 0 for 1. Bunted out on a 1-3. That would be a sacrifice bunt to move his teammate to second. And this one hits the corner for strike 2. So 2 pitches and 2 quick strikes here for Jacoby Nold on Suffolcool. Once again, Miller on deck. Thornton to follow. That's Alex Thornton, just to clarify. And the 0-2, can he get him on 3 pitches? No, he cannot. That one's close to the ground for a ball. It's 1-2. That one got him. It went down looking. And some outstanding, phenomenal pitching here by Jacoby Nold to start this game off. He'll get a new ball and a fist bump from Walters, the third baseman. And now Ethan Miller, who's 0 for 2, as we return to the top of the order here for Valley City for the 3rd time. Pop out to the third baseman, pop out to the second baseman in that order. And he'll swing and miss here for strike 1. And the last 7 pitches by Jacoby Nold have been strikes, and that goes into the top half of the 4th on that last batter he faced in that inning. And that one was just a little bit inside, and as soon as I say that, the strike streak comes to an end. 1-1 the count. And this one's outside, and it's 2-2. Oh, 2-1, excuse me. .50 pitches now for Noel. Here's pitch 51, and it's going to be in for a ball 3. And just to be fair, so nobody accuses me of being biased, Miller's last 3 pitches have all been balls. And now he throws a strike. There we go. 3-2. Now any jinx or curses have been resolved. And the payoff pitch, that one gonna be popped up. Foul territory, first baseman giving chase, but it'll go into the crowd there, and I'm not sure what kind of prize that youngster's gonna get, but he'll take it back to the concession stand. So count will remain where it's at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, the batter's Ethan Miller. 1 away, nobody on. Alex Thornton on deck. Miller representing the top of the order here for Valley City. Comes inside and hits him on the inside edge. 3 strikeouts for Nold, all in that exact same spot. And he delivers another strike. Thornton 1 for 2. Single down the third base line, then he'd pop out to foul territory to the first baseman on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. And this one's fouled back for a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, this is Nold's best inning of pitching so far. He may have thrown more pitches in this inning, but he's done all the work for the outs. Allowing his defense to get a quick breather here in the top of the 5th. And we'll see if he can finish off the 5th inning here against Thornton or not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it'll go through the legs of Mimong. Now level the count at 2 apiece. Here's the wind and the 2-2. Got it in there for a strikeout. 3 batters going down looking in this inning. And that'll bring up 9-1-2 for Jamestown when we return. It'll be Mahoney, Lunsman, and Walters. Mitchell Taylor will toss pitch 52 as we're at 1 hour and 2 minutes in this ball game now. And the bottom of the 5th is next here on Magnitude.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. 2-0 lead here for Jamestown. Got those 2 runs back in the first inning. Since then, it's been a pitcher's duel. Jamestown's gotten 1 hit since that first inning. Valley City has gotten both of their hits, I believe, in the second inning. So from the 3rd inning until now, it's been no runs, no hits, no errors for both teams. And it'll be Mike Mahoney, Mason Lunsman, and Jackson Walters. Batters 9-1-2 for the Eagles. Mahoney walked last time he was at the plate. Once again, an hour, 4 minutes into the ball game. Don't forget, the Stars and Patriots will be live on Magnitude starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning from the Central Plains Regional Tournament in Sioux Falls here on Magnitude. As the pitch comes across for a strike, and a big thank you to Midco Sportsnet for allowing Magnitude to provide live coverage of the Stars and Patriots. That one's outside for a ball. Midco Sportsnet will have live coverage of every single game of the tournament. And they have granted permission to Magnitude to cover just the Stars and Patriots games. So, win or lose, until one or both teams are eliminated, we'll have coverage for you from Sioux Falls. August 4th and 5th for sure. 6th, 7th, and 8th pending the outcomes of the games on the 4th and 5th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Mahoney. 55 pitches for Taylor, 33 strikes, 22 balls. And this one fouled off to the right side of your screen, and it'll remain 2-2. And this one just a little high and in, and now it's a full count here to Mahoney. Almost 4.5 complete, and we're at an hour 5. That one lifted high to left. Adam Bitts will get underneath it to make the catch. 1 away. So after 4 1/3 innings of play, 4 1/2 1/3, I guess is the better way to put it. The first inning of play was the longest inning at about 22 minutes, and we've cruised through this game for the recent innings, sitting at an hour 7. Lunsman, the batter, faces no balls and a strike. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Fly out to center to Suffolcool, and now he's going to ground out to second here on the 4-3. Alex Thornton to Devin Thornton. And that's 2 down here for Jamestown. They'll bring up Jackson Walters. And the way that this game is going, that 2-0 lead might hold up for the Eagles. But if there's one thing that we've seen over the last couple weeks here is that one inning of baseball usually decides the outcome, and it usually is in the 6th or 7th inning of those games. Strike here to Walters, and he'll sneak it between third and short into left field for a single. He was 0 for 1 prior to that with a fly out to center and a walk. And now Walters singles into shallow left. That brings up Jacoby Nold. Nold 1 for 2. He'd single over the head of Ethan Miller his first time at Blatt. And then he would ground into a 6-4-3 double play to Ethan Miller his last time at the plate. And that pitch will be taken for a strike by Nold. And it's 0-1. Isaac Mimong is on deck if Nold can reach base. And the 0-1. And that one hit to left. That's good for at least a single. And they will pump the brakes on Walters at second. And little signs of life here for the Eagles as they move a runner into scoring position, looking to add insurance to their 2-0 lead here. As Cummings will rip off his mask, the rest of the teammates plus coach will come up to the mound and have a chit-chat. Looks like doesn't look like there's a pitching change. It looks like it's just a conversation. We'll take a timeout. Be back in a few seconds.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, discussion on the mound comes to a conclusion. Taylor remains on the hill. And it's a 2-0 lead here with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Jackson Walters on second. Jacoby Nold, runner on first. The batter is Isaac Mimong. And Taylor will set and deliver. And Mimong going high center field. Should be playable by Suffolk, and that will end the inning. It remains 2-0 as Jamestown gets a couple of hits, but they also leave 2 runners stranded here in the bottom half of the 5th. An hour and 10 minutes into the ball game. The top of the 6 is next here on Magnitude.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. We've seen a lot of things happen in the East Region Tournament and the AA Tournament in the 6th inning of play, and that's the inning we enter into now. We'll see if Valley City will be the team to dig themselves out of a 2-0 deficit, or if Jamestown will be the one to increase their 2-0 lead in the bottom half of the inning, or if everything will stay as is moving into the 7th. Broadcast coverage once again brought to you by our friends Sean Carlson, mortgage lender at Town and Country Credit Union. Also Go Promo in West Fargo, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, and Rambo in Valley City for making broadcast coverage possible here of this game between the Eagles and the Royals here on Magnitude Sports. We certainly appreciate all your support. Top of the 6th now. And it's Mitchell Taylor, the pitcher, leading things off here for Valley City. Noel delivers the pitch. Mitchell towards third and foul. Good for a strike. Mitchell for 2, reached base on the lone error of the game. And then he would ground out on a 1-3 back to the pitcher. And now he takes a strike, and it's 0-2 here to Taylor. And this one grounded foul to the third base side. It'll 2-hop its way into the Valley City dugout. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Jacoby Nold with his 4th strikeout of the game. And it's the first of those 4 that went down swinging. Braxton Jorson. There we go. 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging and a ground out on a 1-3 to the pitcher. Oh wait, let me recheck my stat book here. He might have more than 4 strikeouts. 1 in the 1st. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th so far. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he has six strikeouts. 4 looking, 2 swinging. So I was only off by 1 on the swinging aspect of it. So 6 strikeouts up to this point here for Jacoby Nold, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now here for the 0-2 Braxton Jorson. Gavin Gerhardt is on deck. We'll see him for sure no matter what happens to Jorson. 3 balls and a strike now. We'll see if Nold can battle out of the 3-1 deficit. That one lifted left center, might have some ability to hit the gap. Oh, almost made the diving catch. Was Mason Lunsman in center field, but it would sneak by him, and that will go into the books as a base hit. That was in his glove and out of his glove. He almost secured that catch. Going to the books is a base hit single. Bring up Gavin Gerhardt. We'll also have looks like we'll have a courtesy runner on first here for Jorson, and that will be, let me take a look at my roster here, Isaiah Schuldeis. We'll try the pickoff at first there on Schuldeis. Gerhardt's 0 for 2, a fly out to center, and he went down looking on one of those pitches to the inside. And he takes a strike there. And it's 0-1. They'll try the pickoff again, runner back in time. And this one's going to be low for a ball. They'll level the count at 1 each. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. You got ones across the board here for Valley City. And this one lifted up, popped up, should be playable by Rolson in right field. And he'll make the grab. That's 2 away here for Valley City. Now bring up Devin Thornton.
First baseman Devin Thornton.
And the pitch is low for a ball. Regardless of which team wins this game, we'll have the next game for you between one of these two and Wahpeton. Coming up, scheduled for a 3:30 start. Based on the pace of this game, I'd say we'd be right on, if not early, with that game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hour 17 minutes, time of the game here in the top of the 6th. And that pitch is just a little bit high and a little bit out. Maybe more so out than high. Had that been in, it could have been in the strike zone. Nold will glance over his left shoulder at Schuldeis on first base. Now he'll set, patiently wait, wind and deliver. Swing and fouled it back. 2-2 the count now. Thornton grounded out to second. He was also hit by a pitch. And Nold, can he get strikeout number 7 on this pitch? He winds and deals. Not on that pitch. Low, and it's a full count at 3-2. Runner goes and fouled away. Joe Cummings, who's on deck here for Valley City, had to take a quick step to the left as that ball would go right by his right knee. Payoff number 2. High, I'll walk him. 2 runners on, brings up Joe Cummings. The Jamestown coach brings out 6 new baseballs. That's, didn't know those pockets were big enough to hold 6. Pretty impressive that he can carry 3 in each hand, too. So Joe Cummings, the catcher, will dig into the batter's box here with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Schuldice on second, Devin Thornton on first. On deck is Adam Bitts if Cummings can reach base. Here's the pitch. Got it in there for strike 1, 0-1. Cummings flied out to, I believe, right center field, and then he was also walked on his most recent trip to the plate. And the wind and the deal of the 0-1. That's fouled away to the right side of your screen, and it's 0-2. You know, 2 will miss the corner. He's hit that corner on at least 1, if not 2 occasions, but he missed it that time. 2 runners on, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch inside for a ball. Trying to get that inside strikeout again, and we got a little bit too far inside that time. He has struck out 3 of his 6, or check that, 4 of his 6. On that inside pitch that you saw just now, and now Cummings calls time. And Nold looking for strikeout number 7 here, with 2 away and 2 runners on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 2s across the board here for Valley City as we reach the 1 hour, 22-minute mark of the ball game. Couple glances back at Schuldice on second. And now he'll deliver. Low for a ball. He was really keeping his eyes on Schuldice at second there. And we'll see what he does this time around. Full count at 3-2. Nold sets. He'll ignore the runners and deliver the payoff. And that one's chopped on an infield towards third, and the throw to first is in time. Walters to Mahoney for the 5-3 ground out. Now Strand 2 on base. Here in the top of the 6th, the Eagles come up to bat next on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be back in a moment.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. Get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. 2-0 Eagles. Once again, between games, we're going to see if we can adjust our camera to get a better look at first base for you, as it's tucked in right behind that post to the right there. But I promise you, whatever I say is what happens, so you can count on that much for the remainder of this game. Eagles have a 2-0 lead. They bring up to bat 5, 6, and 7. Gage Orr, Brooks Roldson, and Connor Hoyt pending any changes here for the Eagles. as we are waiting on a catcher here so Taylor can warm up. Broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at Town & Country Credit Union, mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. Also, Go Promo in West Fargo, Healing Touch Chiropractic, Dr. Tiffany Johnson in West Fargo, and Rambo in Valley City. Certainly appreciate all their support during the East Region Tournament. And we'll bring you courtesy coverage thanks to those sponsors here of these two games here on this championship Saturday here at Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown. 86 degrees, right? Make that 90 degrees, just updated. The air quality went from 110 to 123. We should stay in the low 90s for the duration for the remainder of this game and the whole duration of our championship game, which is scheduled for 3:30 p.m. So once again, we're looking at about 90 even for the next 3 hours, according to the hour-by-hour forecast. A little bit cooler here under the shaded grandstand behind home plate at Jack Brown Stadium. That one's hit high to left, and going back and making the catch on the run is Adam Bitts. Nice play there by Bitts for the out. That one may have drifted fair. Foul, excuse me. May have been drifting foul. But if you make the catch for the out, that saves your pitcher 2 pitches. So 1 away here, and now Brooks Rolson will try his luck here against Taylor. Rolson 0 for 1. Fly out to center and a sac bunt. Swing and a miss here for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery, and that one's into left field. He'll drop for a single. Now Cummings will rip off the mask, and his teammates will come in, and could this maybe be the end for Taylor? It's the second visit to the mound now, and he will ask for the ball, and that will do it for Mitchell Taylor. I have him down for 69 pitches. 45 strikes, 24 balls. 1 hour, 26 minutes. He pitched 6 1/3 innings. Gave up 2 runs and 6 hits. He'll be responsible for Brooks Rolson, who's on first, and the new pitcher, and any defensive changes that we may spot, is up in 60 seconds.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport, and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, there's a look at Alex Thornton. He'll come in from second base to take over on the hill. And he'll flip-flop with Taylor, who will move to second base. No other defensive changes that I could spot. Everybody else in their same positions here for Valley City, trailing 2-0. Taylor will be responsible for Brooks Rolson on first, should he come around and score before we can close the book on his pitching day. And now, number 22 here. Let me double check my roster. I don't have a number 22. My guess is that it's Connor Hoyt. Pitch comes in for a strike. If it is Connor Hoyt, he's 0 for 2. A ground out to second and a pop out to the shortstop. And this one hit hard, and Roltson will put a tap on the run to make sure he didn't get hit by the ball, and that's good for a single to advance Roltson up to second. Now bring up Ty Monson. Let me double check the roster here just in case there's somebody on the team that I didn't have entered into my roster. According to the roster, number 22 is Carson Orr. He also wears 55 sometimes. And this one knocked down by the third baseman, and at third, did they get the out? They did not. So that'll go into the books as a fielder's choice for Monson. Mike Mahoney, the batter. Pitch in for a strike. Excuse me, got the hiccups here. 0-1 as we reach an hour 31 into the ball game. Bases loaded here for Jamestown. And the pitch comes in for strike 2. One away. And a big pitch here for Thornton. If he can get a strikeout, I'd put 2 on the board to make things a little bit easier in this bases loaded scenario. Tried to get Mahoney to chase to the outside. May have also tried to hit that corner, missed it. Goes into a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch. Right up the middle, swings and misses, and that's out number 2. I'll bring up Mason Lunsman. And that pitch will miss to the outside for a ball. Lunsman 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. His first time up, flied out to center. His second time out, grounded out to second. His third time up. And this one, line drive right back to Thornton. He makes the grab just off the ground. Nice play there by Alex Thornton. And that ends the inning. They get out of a bases loaded jam on that line drive out back to the pitcher. It remains 2-0 as we go into what could potentially be the final frame. Valley City needs 2 to force the bottom of the 7th. They will have Bitt, Suffolcool, and Miller 8, 9, and 1 to try and attempt that when we return after this.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. Get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sport.
All right, Jacoby Nold's going to try and finish this one off here for Jamestown, and if he can do so, they will be playing in the championship game in about 1 hour from now at 3:30 p.m. He'll square off against batters 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup here for Valley City here in the top of the 7th. And if Valley City doesn't get 2 runs, their season will come to a conclusion, and Jamestown will move on to the championship game. 1 ball, no strike to Adam Bitts, is 1 for 2, single to left, fly out to the second baseman. That one will drop in left center for a hit. And it's a leadoff single for Adam Bitts, his 2nd single of the game. That brings up center fielder Tate Suffolcool. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Suffolcool. Once again, the runner on is Adam Bitts on first for Valley City. And the pitch will hit the outside edge for strike 2. Nold looking for his 7th strikeout of the game. He has 6, 4 looking, 2 swinging. He'll try the pickoff at first, and no success on that one as Bitts is back in time. The 1st inning was the longest inning of the game. The 6th inning was the 2nd longest inning of the game. We'll see what the 7th has to deal here. It could be the fastest inning, especially if we play only half of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Suffolcool as Nold checks out Bitts on first, delivers up high, and Mimong almost fired up to first. Now level the count at 2-2. We'll see if Bitts takes off or not. And the 2-2. Swung on, fouled away, right side of your screen, first base side. And the count will remain where it's at. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on. Ethan Miller, the batter, on deck as we'll return to the top of the order here for Valley City when Miller steps up to the plate. Nold winds and deals. 2-2, little chopper towards third that rolls foul. Here's the 2-2, number 2. Swing and a miss, got him. That's 1 down. Now back to the top of the order, Ethan Miller. 0 for 3. Pop out to third, pop out to second, and then he struck out looking. That is Jacoby Nold's 7th strikeout of the ball game. Can he get number 8 and or 9 here in this inning to finish it off? We'll see. He winds and delivers the pitch high and out for a ball, 1-0. On deck is Alex Thornton. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. And that pitch comes in for a strike, and that evens the count at 1 apiece. According to my numbers, Jacoby Nold just tossed his 95th pitch. Keep in mind the daily limit is 105. If he keeps pitching the way he has and his defense keeps playing the way it has, I think he will be able to complete this game. But he is down to 10 pitches according to my numbers. And the 1-1. Just missed. Few of the Jamestown fans thought that was a strike, and I may or may not have similar feelings. 2 balls and 1 strike as I'm set up directly behind the catcher at home plate here, looking down. That one's outside for a ball. 3-1 the count. Can they get the tying run on base with a possible walk? No, they cannot. It is a full count on a pitch right down the middle by Jacoby Nold. A little sinker that Miller thought was going low for a potential walk, and now here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strikeout number 8. And the Jamestown fans are 1 out away from seeing their team in the championship game. And that will do it. It appears that Nold has potentially reached his pitch limit. And we'll have a new pitcher on the mound for Jamestown. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Be back in a moment here on Magnitude.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, that is Jackson Walters taking over on the mound here for Jamestown as Nold has reached his pitch limit for the tournament. I believe Nold is moving over to third, but I haven't been able to confirm that yet. No, he will not. It will be... Oh, I take that back. I was right. No, Nold will move to shortstop, actually. And that will move over to third base. Ty Monson. So Monson from short to third, Nold from pitcher to short, and Walters onto the mound here for the Eagles. 2 balls and no strikes to Alex Thornton. 1 for 3, fly out, single to left, and a strikeout. And the 2-0 pitch. Inside for ball 3. That one hits the corner for a strike. So usually on those 3-0 pitches, you see the pitcher deal it right down the middle. But I don't know if he purposely did that or if it left his hand wrong. And this one down the middle, fouled at the plate, full count. So Walters able to battle out of the 3-0 deficit. And on the fouled away pitch, it's now 3-2. And it's a full count. With 2 away and a runner on first is Adam Bitts. Here's the payoff. Bitts goes. That's fouled down the third base line. You'll more than likely see Bitts go again here on this pitch. And Walters will step off, forcing Bitts to touch up on the base. And this pitch here could send the Eagles to the championship game. And it will not. It'll be a fouled away pitch into the Valley City dugout. Three balls, 2 strikes. Alex Thornton representing the tying run. And payoff number 2. Down third base and mishandled by the third baseman, but picked up by the shortstop. Fired across, safe. So we'll see if they charge that as an error or not. And they will charge it as an error. It'll be charged as an error on either I'm going to guess the third baseman or the shortstop, because the throw looked like it was on target. So the new batter's Mitchell Taylor now, and Walters gets a strike on the 0 for 3 Taylor. Error, ground out, and a strikeout. And this one over the head, and that might score a run. Adam Bitts will come around third. The throw to third is not in time, and the Valley City Royals have the tie-in run on third. It's an RBI single for Mitchell Taylor over the head of the second baseman into right center field. That brings in Adam Bitts, pushes Thornton up to third with 2 outs, and you have runners on the corners. Well, we talked about the 6th and 7th inning in the games the last couple tournaments, and right now this one has just got interesting. Just a little high. Ball 1 to Jorson, who's 1 for 3. Struck out swinging, grounded out to the pitcher, and then he singled over the head of the shortstop into left center last time he was at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. If he singles this time, that will tie the game. Pitch is inside, low for a ball on the edge, or for a strike on the edge of the plate. 1-1. Runners on first and third. Alex Thornton on third. Mitchell Taylor on first. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Walters getting some quick words of wisdom from somebody in his dugout. I'm not sure if it was a teammate or a coach. I'd presume a coach, but who knows. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Jamestown holds off a Valley City rally here in the top of the 7th, and they win it 2-1. 1 hour, 46 minutes. Your official line score: Valley City 1 run on 5 hits. They committed no errors. They left 9 on base. Jamestown 2 runs on 7 hits. Check that, 8 hits. They committed 2 errors and left a total of 8 on base. Actually, they committed 3 errors. Let's update that just so it reflects. But what a game. Valley City almost came back and tied this and forced the bottom of the 7th. But they will get the strikeout that mattered the most. Jamestown pitchers striking out 9 batters in this game. And they move on to the championship at about 3:30. It's 2:46 right now. Once again, as soon as this broadcast concludes in about 30 seconds from now, you'll be redirected to the championship game link. And probably within the next 5 minutes, that title and description will be updated to say Jamestown versus Wahpeton. Right now it says to be determined versus Wahpeton, so that's the one you're looking for. But we'll update that here in a couple of minutes. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, your final score: Jamestown 2 in the first, Valley City 1 in the 7th, and that proves to be your final, 2-1. It was a fun game here. We hope you enjoyed it, even if you didn't end up on the side of the scoreboard you wish to. And we'll talk to you here in approximately 45-50 minutes with the championship game between the Jamestown Eagles and Wahpeton Post 20 live here on Magnitude Sports. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you again soon here from Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.